Stop scrolling. Taylor Swift just bought someone else's wedding date, and the amount she paid? Absolutely insane. This is the biggest celebrity wedding of 2026, and we've got all the exclusive details you need to know right now. The date is set, the venue is booked, and the story of how Taylor made it happen will blow your mind. Let's get into it. August 26th, 2025, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce broke the internet. They posted the same photos on Instagram at the exact same time. 5 stunning images of Travis on one knee in a flower-filled garden, Taylor's massive cushion-cut diamond ring sparkling on her finger, and a caption that made the world stop. Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married. Within 20 minutes, the post got 2.5 million likes. Within an hour, 10 million. Instagram called it history. 1 million reposts in under 6 hours. The fastest engagement announcement ever. But here's what nobody knew that day. Travis had proposed almost 2 weeks earlier at his private garden in Lee's Summit, Missouri, and the whole thing was an elaborate setup that Taylor never saw coming. Travis's dad, Ed Kelce, spilled the tea to News 5 Cleveland. He said Travis had been planning this for months. Ed knew it was coming during the 2024 NFL season, but the actual proposal? That happened about 2 weeks before the Instagram announcement. Here's how it went down. August 13th, 2025, Taylor appeared on the New Heights podcast with Travis and his brother Jason. It was a nearly 2-hour special episode. Taylor talked candidly about their relationship. She announced her 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, dropping October 3rd. The whole world was focused on that. But what Taylor didn't realize was that the podcast was a distraction, a complete ruse. Taylor revealed this on Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Show on October 6th. She said, "I think for Travis, the podcast was just a distraction, sort of ruse, to keep me not looking out the windows of the house." Travis had covered every single window with blackout drapes, the entire house. Taylor thought he was just being extra careful about privacy because of the podcast recording, but Travis, he was hiding something massive. After they finished recording, Travis's vibe was still off. Taylor noticed, but didn't think much of it. Then Travis asked if she wanted to get a glass of wine before dinner, just casually, like no big deal. They walked outside, and Taylor saw it. A complete garden built in his backyard. Flowers everywhere, romantic lighting, the most beautiful setup she'd ever seen. Travis got down on one knee. He told her, "I'm proud of you," and then he asked her to marry him. Taylor, emotional and shocked, said yes. Then she said 6 heartbreaking words that a professional lip reader later confirmed. It's not going to bring him back. Wait, what? That doesn't make sense, right? Actually, those words were caught on camera at a completely different event in October when Taylor hugged someone at a Turning Point USA event. But the real proposal moment was private, intimate, and perfect. After Taylor said yes, they FaceTimed Ed Kelce. He was at a public Philadelphia Eagles practice. Imagine getting that call. Your son just proposed to Taylor Swift. Ed later said he hasn't seen Travis happier than he is with Taylor. Now, here's where the wedding planning gets absolutely wild. Taylor Swift has one lucky number. 13. She was born December 13th. She considers it sacred. She makes major announcements at 1 p.m. or 1:30 p.m. She incorporates 13 into everything. So when it came time to pick a wedding date, there was only one option: Saturday, June 13th, 2026. It's her half birthday. It's the only Saturday the 13th falls on in 2026. And if you add 6 plus 13 plus 26, you get 45, which some numerology fans say reduces to 9, a number representing new beginnings and completion. Taylor wanted that date badly. There was just one problem. Ocean House in Watch Hill, Rhode Island, a glamorous Victorian-style luxury hotel, AAA 5-diamond rated, triple Forbes 5-star property, one of only 14 resorts worldwide with that distinction. This place is elite. And someone else had already booked it for June 13th, 2026. So what did Taylor do? She made them an offer they couldn't refuse. According to page 6, Taylor offered to pay for their entire wedding and honeymoon. Everything. Venue, flowers, catering, photographers, dress, tuxedo, rings, flights, hotels, the whole thing. All they had to do was move their date. The couple said yes. Now, some people heard this story and thought it was shady, like Taylor bought someone's wedding date. But hold on. Ocean House's director of sales and marketing, Stephanie Lavitt, came out and debunked that rumor. She told TMZ they would never allow one couple to buy another's wedding date. So what really happened? Ocean House isn't confirming who's getting married there on June 13th, 2026, but multiple sources are saying it's Taylor and Travis. And the reason Taylor chose Ocean House over her own massive Rhode Island mansion, guest list. Taylor owns the famous Holiday House in Watch Hill. It's a stunning mansion right on the water. She bought it in 2013. She's hosted legendary 4th of July parties there with her entire famous squad. But even that house couldn't fit everyone she wants at her wedding. Ocean House has 49 rooms and 23 suites. Standard rooms start at $660 per night. Suites go over $7,000. The penthouse suite, $10,000 per night. The property sits on 13 acres. There's a private 650-foot white sand beach, manicured gardens, classic Victorian architecture, ballrooms, herb gardens, waterfront dune cottages. This place can host a wedding of any size. And Taylor's wedding, it's going to be massive. Reports say Selena Gomez and Gigi Hadid will be bridesmaids. These are two of her closest friends. They've already been spotted on girls' nights with Taylor since the engagement. And get this, the bridesmaids are planning at least 3 or 4 girls' trips or bachelorette-style getaways. Where? Italy, New York City, Nashville, the Bahamas. All of Taylor's favorite places. A source told Page 6, the goal is to have fun, spend weekends together, and enjoy the process while also working on the planning in beautiful locations where they can relax, celebrate, and bond. The bridesmaids stay connected through texts, FaceTime, and Zoom. Their commitment to planning this wedding is incredibly solid, and the excitement is massive. But here's what's really special. They're not planning just a wedding day. They're planning an entire wedding weekend, Friday through Sunday, multiple events, multiple celebrations. This is going to be the social event of the decade. Now let's talk about the groom's side. Travis's best man? Obviously, his brother Jason Kelce, former Philadelphia Eagles center, retired NFL legend, and father of 4 daughters with wife Kylie Kelce, Wyatt, Elliot, Bennett, and Finley, which means Taylor has 4 instant flower girls ready to go. Travis's groomsmen will likely include Kansas City Chiefs teammates. Patrick Mahomes is a lock. Travis was a groomsman at Patrick's 2022 wedding to Brittany Mahomes, so that friendship goes both ways. And what about music? Because obviously, music at Taylor Swift's wedding is going to be incredible. Travis confirmed on the September 17th episode of New Heights that they're live music kind of people. No DJ, only live performances. And Taylor has some friends who know their way on a stage. Haim, Ed Sheeran, Selena Gomez, Sabrina Carpenter, Gracie Abrams, the list goes on. Taylor joked during a Heart Radio UK interview in October that Ed Sheeran would be impossible to keep off the stage. It's like, Ed, if there's a stage, you know that you'll be on it. He knows what people want, and he wants to give people what they want. Can you imagine Ed Sheeran performing Perfect at Taylor Swift's wedding? The internet would literally explode. But here's something Taylor admitted that surprised everyone. She said on Heart Radio, "You would think that I had been that type of person who would have obsessed over the idea of a wedding my whole life, but I actually never thought about what I would ever do or what I would want until I met the person." Think about that. Taylor Swift, the woman who writes love songs for a living, who has built an entire career on romance and relationships, never thought about her own wedding until she met Travis Kelce. So I haven't actually even thought about doing a hen, using the British term for a bachelorette party. This is the first time I have thought about that. She also said her friends are so fun, but they're so busy. Which makes sense. Her squad includes some of the biggest names in entertainment, fashion, and sports. Speaking of family, both sides are all in on this wedding. Travis's mom, Donna Kelce, is reportedly helping Taylor with planning. Can you imagine having Mama Kelce as your mother-in-law? The woman is a legend. And Travis's dad, Ed, has been publicly emotional about the engagement. He told reporters he hasn't seen his son happier than he is with Taylor. On Taylor's side, her parents, Scott and Andrea Swift, have always been supportive. They've been spotted at Chiefs games with Taylor. They went clubbing with her and Travis after the Super Bowl. They're living their best lives, watching their daughter marry the love of their life. Now, let's talk about what happens after June 13th, 2026, because that date depends on one major factor. Travis Kelce's NFL contract ends after the 2025 season. He's 36 years old, he's won 3 Super Bowls.